Is this thing on? It is on. Welcome back. Welcome back. What are we doing? All right. So, I don't know, sometime in early 24, late 23, I set up this downhill skateboard. And downhill is something like I want to get into. I don't really live in a hilly place. So I got to work with what I got and I got to go travel. And I don't have any downhill friends, which makes it like number one, not as fun because you want to go skate with your friends, and two, like incredibly hard to film and capture downhill skateboarding by yourself. So anyway, I set up that downhill board. You can go back and watch that video if during this or after this or just in general you're interested in what I set up and who helped me set it up and and what I was trying to learn. But then I got told by Owen Campbell, big downhill YouTube guy, about this event in Asheville, North Carolina. Not terribly far from me, 4 hours and 10 minutes. And I had never actually been on to Asheville. So went out there and it was kind of rad. So I don't know anything about downhill culture or anything. I practiced in a parking lot, watched some videos, not the same. So I just wanted to go out there and I didn't even know if I was going to skate at all. I had all my kit, but I wanted to just understand downhill better. And like, I was honestly blown away by it. And it started with just the initial interactions with the skaters as they showed up. Me and my wife, we got there first because I didn't, the road's going to close. I don't want to be late. I don't want to be a problem. So we got there pretty early and we parked and we waited. And then one by one, the skaters start showing up, and they're showing up from Virginia, from Georgia, from Ohio, North Carolina, Tennessee. Like people were coming from all over, and this isn't like some sanctioned downhill event. This is some dude putting out the call saying we're doing the Outlaw event. Come meet up and let's do some downhill. And these people show up from everywhere, and they were cool, man. They were super cool. Like I couldn't get over how calm and how like professional a lot of these dudes were, and they're gnarly going downhill. But as humans, they're playing orchestras and bands and they have real jobs and they're doing IT. But then on the weekends, they're going full send down mountains. And I was like, I thought that was cool. And it was cool to like see the different gear people have because I know, again, nothing about this community. So just checking out the different boards, the different wheels, the different helmets, who wears, full leathers or some, if you're in flip flops and a t-shirt, man, like the diversity in this group and the way they go about their downhilling. Super interesting to me. Um, I just stayed on this one corner the whole day. I don't know what's going on up top, and I don't know. I did walk down to the bottom a little later, where kind of where they ended. They ended right down there at the end of the S. Um, but I just thought that this corner like was a good place for me to understand slowing down or not slowing down, how to get around these corners, and then I kind of got a feel for, could I get some practice in? Could I try to do not what they're doing, but could I test out my board and my skill in a real environment and not a parking lot? And then I realized that they got this U-Haul truck and it's gotta go down, it's gotta pick everybody up, and then they got to travel all the way back up and get reset. And I was like, this is probably a good time for me to just whip around this turn as much as I could. So I started off very slow, like, all right, let's just get around the turn and see how my board operates on a turn. Look, this thing's not broken. I've been in a downhill parking lot and just like throwing some toe slides or some I don't know. I don't even know what these things are called, right? I'm either putting my right hand down and sliding towards it, or I'm putting both hands down and sliding to my back shoulder. And so this was like the first time, like, okay, let's see how my board kind of works. And then I didn't really know how to stop. Like, I'm just dragging my foot, dragging my foot. Man, at one point I was just dragging way too far. And then the truck goes back up. And then I know I got some more time. So throw a couple more practices in while everyone's uploading and getting set. So tried to get lower, tried to slide the board a little bit. I'm on a longer board, carbon fiber. I'll show watch the video for the board. I was gonna put it up behind me, but I didn't. Um, I'm on a little bit longer board. A lot of people are on shorter boards and fatter wheels. I'm on the Powell Snakes and a big ass moonshine carbon fiber board. I want to set up like a different free ride type board or different downhill board, but I can't escape this one yet. So why should I be even thinking about it? But it was cool to just get out here and just throw it as many times as I could without disrupting their session. That was something that was real important to me, like not to be a culture vulture, not to be overwhelming with the camera, um, not to pretend I know anything about it. Because these dudes are rad, and the last thing I want to do is offend them or like feel like I was stepping in on them in any way. All I wanted to do was just come understand it and try it and be a part of it. And I absolutely loved it. I absolutely loved it. I think with less people, I probably would have gone more, but like these guys were so good, I didn't feel comfortable jumping in with what they were doing. I would feel like I would be putting them in danger. Look at that, made it all the way around to fakie that time. So yeah, I think it's cool. Like they just rent a U-Haul truck. You know, everyone chips in. I chipped in. I didn't go in the U-Haul truck, but I made sure I chipped in on the U-Haul truck. And then they just pick everyone up and bring them to the top. Like this is like true community. There's a great downhill community that I'm interested in. Absolutely interested in. This is something I want to make more time for. It's hard in the summer because it gets so humid and hot, but I think this is like a good fall sport, spring sport. I don't like calling it sport, but it was rad. It was just rad to watch. And maybe this is a boring video because guys are just going around the same turn. Being there, not boring at all. Absolutely loved it. Enjoyed it. Like that's rad. That's so rad. Anyway, that's my first real downhill experience, and I think there needs to be more. Now the rain did come and shut it down. I'll leave, but what a great experience. I think I don't know how to get more involved to figure out where these things are happening yet. That's something I need to reach out to the community and figure out more of. But I've got some more time now in 2025 and a lot more time in 2026. Towards the end of the year, towards the end of 2025 and in 26, that I think I can dedicate some time to this, and I really believe I want it. I really enjoyed it, and maybe that came through in this video and you liked the video, and maybe you're not interested in downhill, but I appreciate you watching. If you made it this far, go ahead, drop a comment down below what you think about downhill. Um, have you done it? Are you interested in it? And like, have you ever just watched these gnarly dudes get after it? All right, that's it. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go make another video, but really that means I'm gonna go skate so I can make another video. That's the important part. We're cleaning up these 2024 videos. We're working towards 25. 25 for me is February, 7 years, doing these little blue collar YouTube skateboarding videos, sharing my adventures. And downhill, that's one heck of an adventure that I want to be a part of. All right, go do something rad. I'm out.